I read an article the other day that a tech company called TerraZero became the first company to offer mortgages on real estate, and apparently they already closed their first mortgage. The prospect of getting a literal mortgage on a plot of digital land with cryptocurrency in a glorified Minecraft world of sorts, whose current value may be worth 5 times that of a middle-class home in my city, sounds absolutely absurd on its face. But is it though? Could this really be the investment of the future? Are you really better off spending your money investing in an asset that is about as tangible as an idea in your head versus a piece of property with walls, studs, and a full basement? Let's get into it. What's good, everybody? My name is Parker Gray, and I'm your friendly neighborhood real estate agent. And today, as I said, I want to talk about whether or not digital real estate is a better investment than actual real estate. Before I do, please consider subscribing to support my channel and tap the notification bell so you can get notified of new informative real estate content. Now, of course, you're probably thinking this guy is going to be super biased because he makes a living selling brick and mortar real estate, but honestly, I am just as intrigued about the metaverse as many of you guys. So I want to try and look at this with some objectivity and just use my knowledge of real estate for a more robust conversation on the matter. And as if it needed to be said, this isn't investment advice. This is just my opinion, and you may vehemently disagree with me. If you do, it's all good, so let's just start a dialogue about it in the comment section below. So before we answer the question of which investment is better, I think it's super important to emphasize the massive difference between these two things as investment vehicles. A house is a tangible asset. Its value has a lot to do with the economy, market conditions, and other intangible factors, sure, but at the end of the day, it is still a tangible asset whose physical components, the structure, land, etc. will always have value. The metaverse and digital real estate are entirely different. Not only is digital real estate completely virtual, obviously, but it is also bought and sold with digital currency. That makes it different from most other investments because its value isn't only subject to scarcity of available land and the popularity of a given metaverse world, but also to the fluctuations in value of the cryptocurrency used to buy it, since crypto is an investment market in and of itself. So now that we understand the major differences, which is really better? Well, the answer is going to depend on your appetite for risk. As I mentioned before, real estate is a tangible asset, so it always has some nominal value regardless of the market, which makes it safer than many other investments. Not only that, but we know from historical data that despite ebbs and flows in the market, real estate appreciates over time. In fact, according to the St. Louis Fed, average sales prices in the US were about $40,000 in 1975, which is unthinkable today, and that number has obviously climbed steadily over the years all the way to $420,000 in 2021. Real estate also has the potential to be rented and earn you income, which not only offers you cash flow and hopefully some yearly profit as an investor while you're holding, but also the profit from appreciation and loan amortization when you sell at a later date, which is an amazing prospect to look forward to as an investor or even as a homeowner. Another thing about real estate is that it is an asset that is always going to be needed. Even with the rising and falling tides of the market, people always need shelter over their heads or a storefront to sell their products. The metaverse is a whole nother beast. First of all, there is very little data to pull from or extrapolate out in terms of projected property values in the metaverse. Land is purchased via NFTs, which is a newer technology to begin with that only just broke into the mainstream within the last year and a half. So buying land in the metaverse is so new. Additionally, there are so many different metaverses with the likes of the Sandbox, Decentraland, Somnium Space, etc., and the value of the investment is predicated on the success of the particular metaverse world you find yourself owning land in. This makes it a lot more risky, though offers the potential of outsized returns as the metaverse is such a rapidly growing enigma that has already seen soaring property values from those that got their hands on land. The other thing that I think is a big risk with the metaverse is the illusion of scarcity. Only so many plots of land can be purchased and built on in the real world, and in theory, the same is true of the metaverse. However, the unlimited capacity of the development of different competing worlds essentially means that there is a limitless quantity of land that may become available across those different digital worlds, and those digital property values become more volatile as more companies create metaverse worlds to try and corner the market and become the one that we want to immerse ourselves in. Digital traffic is essentially what breathes life into the value of a metaverse world, and if any of these worlds fold, so too does your investment. And unfortunately, unlike actual real estate, it doesn't actually have any value outside of its digital world. With the metaverse, you also have to consider the staying power of the entertainment value. If you personally believe that this is the future, not just some fad that's going to die out in 5 years, perhaps you'd hedge your bets on it. And you'd have good reason to believe it is something that can have a lasting presence. I can remember playing RuneScape over a decade ago, and I still log in from time to time to this day. Many MMORPGs like that and others that laid the foundation for this are still around and thriving and have paved the way for the development and intrigue surrounding this new space. Still, unlike real estate, which literally is needed for a society to function and survive, there is no need for the metaverse, so your investment is only worth something so long as people are interested in it. So what is the takeaway? Well, it basically boils down to this. Real estate is at least somewhat predictable, tangible, and has a track record of providing long-term return with less volatility. Land in the metaverse, on the other hand, is new, unpredictable, and has the capacity to be extremely volatile, which means your investment there might carry a huge risk, but like any risky investment, has the potential to provide a huge reward if you make the right assessment. For now, I personally think it's way too soon to put all your stock, no pun intended, into digital real estate in the metaverse, and for most investors, real estate is the far safer investment. But with all the promising technology in the metaverse and its exponential growth and popularity, it's definitely something that I, along with many of you, are totally here for, and I'm super excited to see where it goes. So what do you think about all this? Let me know down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, please let me know by hitting the like button, and don't forget to subscribe. If you are in the Southwest Michigan area or anywhere for that matter and need real estate assistance, please get in touch, as I can either help you personally or refer you to a great agent in your area. And of course, follow me over on social media if you would like to see what I've got going on over there. I have a good time, and I'd love to connect with you guys there. For now, this is Parker signing off, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.